Everybody say hi.
Hi.
Okay, first and foremost, I want to thank all of you for coming. Some last minute, but I have the required amount of people, so I'm excited, and I'm ready to start this. So this is my presentation on my internship at Sears. You guys know me. My name is Marina Miller, in case I have to state that. My job at Sears is a material control associate. It sounds really fancy, but in the store they just call you an MCA. It's like MCA, NCA, that's all they say. You're responsible for maintaining and replenishing the stock on the sales floor. That there's no plainer language. Like, you take it from the back from the receiving guys and you take it out to the floor. I wish it was like more complicated, but it's really not. Doing the ad setup and takedown, that can get complicated because there are different styles and brands, and there's men's, there's women's, there's kids, there's housewares, it's electronics. That gets really specific. Marking down merchandise for clearance, that I think is the funnest aspect of our job because people like to save money, and when you can give somebody something for a cheaper rate, I think it's rewarding. And then using the Sears network communicator, they call it a SNCC, and I'm going to refer to it as a SNCC for the rest of my little thing here. You use that pretty much for everything. You have that in your hand or in your pocket pretty much all day. I notoriously leave them places because I forget that I have to have it all the time. This is actually the picture of the SNCC here. Like I said, you use that all the time, so all you need is the barcode, and half the time you don't, as long as you have certain numbers, but it's just easier, you can just scan it. You can create a replenishment list or zero pull count. That's in case you don't work retail. That is it's like a subcomputer off of the main Sears computer. So you can scan something, and if I have a shirt in my hand, obviously it's in the store. But sometimes you look around and you see things and they're not there, or when there are probably a half dozen to 9 like categories you can click on the SNCC, and there's different programs. The price change notification it tells you when something's going on sale. If you scan something, a lot of times people will ask you questions about a price, and if I could say, okay, it's $9.99 today, but if you come in on Sunday, the price changes to $7.99 or $12.99 or whichever. Replenishing stock. This is actually a picture of the stock. It's not really a room. It's more of a really long hallway. This is considered the most important aspect of the job because people can't buy stuff if it's not on the sales floor. That's basically it. It says sample floor sheet. That just helps you understand what should be on the floor and where it goes when it's on the floor. And then the display setup, that's really like if the mannequin needs to be changed, you do that. Or, it's fine, ladies, I appreciate that, but it's fine, just like that. Or planograms, which is like if you have, that's used more if you're in housewares and you need to know where specifically on the aisle things go. Ad setup and takedown. This is the one aspect of the job that can really be time consuming because every single thing in the store has to have a price. They want it to be as easy as they can make it for the customers to come in and be like, wow, that's only $8, I'll take it. So it's super important that you get the right thing because a lot of times if or if the sign is wrong or if somebody puts something in the wrong spot, you have to give it to them for that price because it's just customer service. Price change notifications. This little printer it's like a portable printer that you use when you're marking down stuff. The tags, I kind of have them here. The pink is the first markdown. It's like fresh people, it's like a new markdown. I don't know how to say it. Yellow, they're yellow stickers and green stickers. The green ones, when it gets to a green sticker, it'll be like 99 cents or $2.99 or something really cheap. It's always cheap when it's a green sticker.
I want a green sticker.
Yeah. The daily routine, for me especially, when you get there, obviously you clock in. But you go to the hub office. This is what the hub office looks like. Normally there are more people in there, but I guess not today, or that day. There's a daily task binder. I don't know if you can see it, but this little thing, there's a binder in there, and it has your name and your weekly tasks. And it can just be customer service or recovery, but a lot of times it's, you'll be in kids working on a display, or you'll be in housewares working on a certain aisle. There's always something specific. Or the whiteboard, it's like the weeks of the month and then the days of the week. And then they'll little post-it type things and they'll have your name on it, and that also has tasks that you're supposed to do. So you just find your post it, and then when it's done, you put it on the end here. You can see how this board with all the post-its on the end, but this one, which is the month we're in, this was last month. Obviously, people haven't done their jobs yet. Aside from all the stocking, your customer service is your number one priority. It's a retail store. Yeah, the questions are endless and sometimes crazy, but I mean, it's a retail store, so it's easy to answer because it can only be one of so many answers. The price inquiries is probably the number one thing you have. Everybody wants to know if they can get it cheaper, or, oh, there's like a dust spot on that. Can I get it marked down some? And then the cashiers, they call it code 1, and when you hear that over the PA, that means they need an MCA to come out to confirm a price or to help the customer with whatever question they have about the price or the merchandise or whatever. And the cash wraps is what they call it. There's a like little area where the cash registers are. There's one in men's, there's one at the mall entrance of the store, there's one in lingerie, and there's one upstairs in kids. So you can really, I've actually had code 1s upstairs in kids and then been called to lingerie, which is the other end, and then I've been called to men's, which is at the other end. So you're constantly just like walking around, which is why I leave that SNCC everywhere. Cashier, this is something I've just sort of started picking up on just when you go to a cash wrap and they have a question, and so that's taking up a lot of their time. And so you see like 7 people in line, so you just jump on a register and help them out. It's kind of fun, but I'm not responsible for the drawer, so it's like I'm like happy that they let me even do that, because I guess they don't really have to, because I don't have to be responsible for that money. But it's still like I take it seriously. I'm not trying to take their money. And then the Sears credit cards and the Shop Your Way rewards cards, which is just like the points cards that most retail things have. They've really pushed that. That is like the number one thing. If you're even in the cash register area, they've really pushed that. So I'm not super great at making people get credit cards, just because I don't really want people to get credit cards, I think. But it's still nice. My time with Sears, I think it's been successful. I've learned a lot. I've worked retail at one other store, but I've never worked at a retail store where like everyone knew coming into it. Can you be careful that way? You're freaking me out a little bit.
I didn't know it was resident.
I've never worked in a retail store where they knew I was interning, so like when you go to someone and you say, hey, I'm interning here, what can you show me? Some people help you and some people don't, but I've just found it really successful. I've got to meet people, and when you get to talk to the other managers or even just the associates, everyone's kind of got a different story or little niche of what they do in the store, so I've found it interesting. Does anyone have any questions?
Do you see yourself staying with the company possibly, or?
It's a great question. For right now, I absolutely do. I'm about to finish with my school semester, and so I want to, and I've actually sort of talked to the manager there about that, about staying on, so yeah. It's been that rewarding that I feel like I want to. Anyone else?
What was your favorite part?
Favorite part of Sears? Just getting to talk to people. I got to go to the different departments and kind of learn what they do. The LP, I would say, has been my favorite part, the loss prevention guys, talking to them, and just the crazy stories they have, and just getting to, see the room where there's like 50 TV screens of, the cameras in the store. I just found that interesting. Anyone else? No? Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.